All right, today we're focusing on the sensation of emotions for our Vipassana meditation. So this should be about 15-20 minutes where we'll gain insight from our own emotional lived experience. Very similar to how we would enter into any other Vipassana meditation. We'll begin by focusing with your breath. So choose your gaze. This could be eyes open or eyes closed, whatever your personal preference is. And then start to draw deeper awareness to your inhales in and exhales out. And if you've done meditation before, it might feel quite normal to go into the breath. But every single day, we're gifted an experience where our breath might feel different, or even our mind might feel different in trying to follow the breath. Again, taking note of your experience. Trying not to dictate the feeling. We establish the foundation here. And knowing that this foundation of your breath could feel different every single day, each time that we come into a meditation practice. So taking hold of grace throughout these 15 minutes. And letting that sense of ease, knowing that impermanence is quite normal in a meditation practice. Before we transition to more of the sensations of feelings and emotions, just take a sigh out through your mouth and let it go. And knowing that you can come back to pure sensation of your breath if the taking note of emotions feels like it's not serving you in this moment or feels triggering at all. You can always come back to the awareness of your breath. As you're starting to move deeper into this meditation experience, begin to take note of, in general, how you're feeling in this moment. Not necessarily defining and digging into detail in how you're feeling, but a general observation that allows you to feel more embodied of yourself. And in the discussion of the three universal truths held within Buddhism, we continue to note the impermanence of our feelings, of our emotions and how they shift. that even within just a couple breaths, something new might come up for you. And then we're given an opportunity on where our mind wants to go with that. Continuing to note the sensations of your emotions and allowing us to stay in more the feeling body rather than cognitively dictate our emotional understanding. Continue to sit with the breath. Noticing what emotion you might feel in this moment. And in just a few breaths, notice what emotion might come up next. Allowing your attention, your awareness to shift, but trying not to fully engage with your emotion. In this space, we're continuing to really create this emotional resiliency for ourselves and learning to get comfortable with what is. By allowing us to really observe whatever emotion might come up and not overtake us or overpower us, or allowing it to just let it be and to pass in its own time. Continuing to breathe soft. not necessarily controlling anything in this moment. That desire might come up, the desire to control the emotions that you might be following these few minutes that we have. But can you continue to lean into the discomfort? Again, if it feels too uncomfortable for you in this moment, just draw back to the breath and use that as a foundation instead. In the moments when you're not hearing the cueing of my voice, can pay attention to where the mind wants to go, where your emotional body wants to go. And knowing that it's okay if you do give more power to a thought or an emotion, we still have the ability to pull back at any time. We discussed the nature of universal truth. So we mentioned the first one. And notice the second one that might be popping up in the aspect of suffering. When we want to control an emotion or allow our emotions to overtake us in our own totality, what is that creating for you? Even in the sensations of happiness, for instance, or the emotions that you might experience around happiness, we might allow ourselves to go to that extreme mountaintop and even in that space, it might not serve us to the best of our own ability. And just taking notes in this moment, not fully engaging with it, and continue to come back. We'll take just a few more rounds of breath. And on your next breath, let it out with an exhale through your mouth. And give yourself some time to stretch, maybe unblink the eyes, move around a bit. Just waking up from the meditation itself. And then when you're ready, I'll invite you back.